Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC. On this video, we're going to be showing off two Kizer fixed blades. All right, so we got two very different fixed blades to show off. We got the Pasmids, I think that's how you say it, and the Quartz. Two very different fixed blades that I wanted to share with you guys that Kizer is doing. Let's start with the Quartz. We're going to start with this big beefy boy right here. So we got the pancake sheath, so that we got the double-sided sheath that is done fairly well. Mine, this came in from the past round, has a little bit of play in it, but you know, listen, as someone who makes these, a little bit of play is one thing. Is it safe? Is it going to fall out? Is it going to hurt anybody? No, it's not going to do that. So that is perfectly acceptable for me to have just a little bit of play in there, as long as it's not unsafe, and that is definitely not unsafe. It is not coming out of there no matter what. So it has that nice sheath, and the retention is good. It just has a little rattle, and it could just be from something else, all the traveling it's been doing. So let's talk a little bit about what we have. So this is the Quartz. So we have a black washed 14C28N. Oh no, I'm sorry, AEB-L. Sorry, I'm getting confused with something else. So we have an AEB-L blade with the black washed finish on it. That looks very nice. And the OD Green G10. The Cornell Kiss is the designer, and he is from Hungary, and it looks pretty cool. So we have this Tonto-esque blade, and I'm trying to get to all of the stats. I probably should have had that up before. So here are all the specifications. So we have the overall length is 7.19. The blade length is 3.1, which we'll look at here in a second. It is a nice thick G10 handle and an AEB-L blade with the black stone wash. Up here we have some very interesting jimping. It looks aggressive, but it's actually not that hard on the thumb, but it's going to give you plenty of grip, especially if you're in the colder months and you're going to need to wear gloves. This is going to be a great fixie. That nice Tonto blade is done very well, and it has a nice edge. So you have the dual grind on the compound, and then you have the swedge up here at the top. The handle is comfortable. It is squared off, so it's kind of angled. It thickens up right here where the middle of your palm is, so it thickens right there, and it fits the hand well. It fits my hand very well, and they even have some jimping back here that give you plenty of grip. Now, my opinion is this is a little bit big for EDC for me. It's a little bulky, a little big, a little bit heavy, as 4.61 ounces is what they're listing it as, but it's very handle heavy. And, you know, it's just a little bit big for me, but this would make a great destination knife. So camping, hunting, maybe outdoors survivalist kind of knife. It's a little small for that, but I think that would be an excellent carry to if I'm going camping or anything like that. This would be something I would throw in my pack or throw on my belt, and I would be pretty comfortable to be able to use this in many different settings. It is AEB-L, and the hardness listed on their website is 58 to 60 HRC, which is interesting. I know I can get AEB heat treated to about 61, and it works really well. So I was kind of surprised to not see it go up a little bit more, but I guess it's on a hard use knife. You don't want your hardness too much because it becomes brittle. You have the toughness and then you have the hardness, and those are two totally different things for a different video. But what do you guys think of that? The Quartz. Let's look at the size versus a ruler, just for my visual friends who like to see that kind of thing. So we're just a little bit over 7. Now they said 7.19 of the specifications, but I'm I'm at 7.25. I'm at 7.25 on that. So I don't know. It's close. And then the blade length, they have it listed at 3.1, and that would be the sharpened edge. I think that depending on who stopped you to measure, it would be open for discussion. Let's look at some size comparisons, and we're going to use size comparisons fixed blade style. So we're going to use the Kubi Dust Devil as a size comparison. And how about the Kubi Bloom as a size comparison? So you can see it's much bigger than both of those two things. And just for the heck of it, let's have a little fun and use our normal Rat 2. So you guys can see what it looks like with next to the Rat 2. And then the Elementum, of course, we'll throw that up there too. So it's right there. It's a little bit longer than both the Elementum and the Rat 2. So it's kind of a longer blade, and it has a little beef to it. And like I said, would be excellent as a destination hunting knife, camp knife, something along those lines. I could see that being an excellent use. Now, they do all come with this tech lock, which some people like. I'm not a fan of this tech lock. I would be putting one of my loops on it, which we'll talk a little bit about with the next knife, which is the Pasmid. Now this, on the other hand, checks a lot of boxes for me. It is a great size for EDCing and something that I actually did carry. I took this off and I put one of my loops on there. Of course, I did the loop carry on that, which made it very comfortable on the belt. Even with the pancake sheath, it still has a low profile enough to where it's very comfortable on the belt. And they even have it set up to where you can neck knife carry this fairly easily. So that is very nice. And I know why they do the pancake sheaths. It just gives you more options to carry. I'm not a fan of these, and I will just say that over and over and over again. I'm not a real big fan of that. Oh, by the way, the Quartz, the price of the Quartz is $66. So AEB-L G10, you're going to get this for $66 on Kizer's website. I'll put the link in the description of this video. So that's a great deal. This is $55. What? $55. What are you getting? Well, let's talk about it. So we got the nice sheath. There is no rattle whatsoever on that sheath. It fits very well, and it comes out very nice. Look at that. It's just a slim, sleek little blade. Excellent for EDCing and all of your needs for daily cutting. I can get 3.5 fingers on there. The pinky can get back there. But man, you can pinch grip it, which is where you're probably going to be with an EDC fixed blade. You're probably going to be up here a lot, pinch gripping it, and it's perfect for that. But you can come back and get some heavier cutting if you need to, and it's absolutely excellent for all of that. It does have some jimping here on the spine. We have an AEB-L blade that looks very attractive. Again, got that black coated blade. And then you have this chocolate glacier rich light, which is an excellent handle material. And they actually have it micro milled. So you can see right in here, they have the micro milling in there, and it's done very well. You have a nice thin handle and thin profile. And this is a Johann Jordan design. And he does some really cool stuff, and he loves this kind of blade shape. I should probably scroll down and see what they're calling this blade shape, because that is pretty cool. Sheep's foot. So they're calling that a sheep's foot blade shape. And he does that on a lot of his knives. I do find it interesting that he has this area right here, which is strictly a design. I guess you could, if you're pinch gripping it, come up and grab that area for that. I just think it's a little funny because on a folder you would use that to flick the knife open, but for just a little fixed blade, maybe for weight removal or maybe to grab, it really doesn't have a particular function except for the look, which is nice. That it's a very nice sleek, slim package, and it would be excellent for EDCing. So really, really like that. And gosh, it's really, really good. I might have to pick one of these up. Let's look at some size comparisons. Well, first they have this listed at a 2.8 blade length. So right here, let's look at that. So yeah, we're just under 3 inches on the blade length. So really 2 3/4. So nice size. Overall, we're just a little over 6 inches at 6.30, which is an excellent EDC size. If we're talking EDC fixed blades, that is excellent. So let's look at some size comparisons while we have it. We have that versus the Kubi Dust Devil. What I like about this size comparison is it has the nice slim, like the profile of the tallness of that, except the Dust Devil is much longer. So that's kind of an interesting look. And then of course we have our Kubi Bloom, which comes in a little bit less long, but has a different profile than the Kizer. So excellent. And then why not? Let's do the Rat 2. So this will be interesting. So it comes in under the Rat 2 and the Civivi Elementum. Obviously, it's going to not be as long as those two things. So it's a nice small little package that could be neck carried. You throw that in your pocket, or you put a loop on it, and man, what an excellent fixed blade. So this one, the Pasmid, has, and I think I'm saying that right, I don't know, Phasmids, the Pasmids, I don't know. I'm sure it's another language which I am horrible at. So very cool. We got that, and we got the Quartz. What do you guys think? Would you carry either one of these or both of them? I don't know. I'm really digging this thing. That is cool. And this would be awesome. At the price point, guys, it's hard to pass these up. So thank you guys so much. I hope you appreciate this one. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment or not. That choice is always yours.